Thank you. July students, yesterday we did a question which is related to a bounded function. Today I am going to do a question which is related to unbounded functions. So students, today we will minimize z equal to 3x plus 5y subject to a constants, or we can say subject to the condition, subject to the restriction, that is 3x plus 3y greater than equal to 3, x plus y greater than equal to 2, and x greater than 0, y greater than 0. So I am going to solve this function which is question 4, minimize z equal to 3x plus 5y. This is our objective function. We have to minimize this function under the constant such that x plus 3y greater than equal to 3. This is one of the constant. X plus y is greater than equal to 2, and x and y is greater than 0. So with the help of this constant, I am going to solve this equation and find out the feasible region. In feasible region, we will find the corner points, and with the help of that corner points, we can decide whether this objective function has a minimum value or not. So let's begin the questions. As we solve this kind of questions with a unique method, so I am going to do it with a point method or Cartesian points method. So we have to solve this linear constant, and where we can find the feasible region. So I will try to find out the coordinates of this equation. X plus 3y is equal to 3. It is here, it is in inequality, but I have made it in equation. So I want to find out the coordinate of x and y. So x, this is y. If we put value of x equal to 0, x equal to 0, then what will be the value of y? If 0 comes over here, then what happens? This is 0 plus 3y equal to 3, and 3y equal to 3, then y equal to 3 upon 3. You can cancel it, then you get y equal to 1. So when x equal to 0, here you are having 0 plus 3y equal to 3, then y equal to 3 upon 3, cancel, y equal to 1. Similarly, if you put y equal to 0 over here, then what happens? X plus 3 into 0 equal to 3. Then it happens x plus 3, 0 plus 3. Then x plus 0 is x equal to 3. Then value of y is when y equal to 0, x equal to 3. So this is the required coordinate point which I am going to use in graph. So I will plot the equation of this line on a graph. This is x-axis, this is your y-axis. So this is, it will be 0 and this will be 1, 2, 3. One plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. It will be negative point minus 1. This is also, it will be a negative point minus 1, and it goes on. This is the graph. If we locate this coordinate 2 points, x equal to 0, y equal to 1. X equal to 0 means it will remain on here, and y equal to 1, it will go here. This is your point, x equal to 0, y equal to 1. That means 0, 1. X not goes anywhere. Value of x is 0, value of y is 1. So this is the point. Here is this is value of x is 0 and the value of y is 1. So if we plot the second point, x equal to 3, this is x equal to 3, y is not moving upward or downward. So this will be the point, it will be 3, 0. So if we join these 2 points, then we get a line of equation. This will be the line of this equation. What? X plus 3y equal to 3, x plus 3y equal to 3. This will be the line of the equation which passes through x-axis at 3 and y-axis at 1. So next I'll try to find out the region of this line. The region of this line can be obtained. We have to choose either any point over here, say here, or the origin, not on the line. Yesterday I have taken the origin point. Either you take this origin point or this point or any other point that should not be on the line. The point should not be on the line. For example, if we choose a point, say for example x equal to 1, y equal to 2, this point will be x equal to 1 and then 2 points upward, that is y value 1 and 3. Say if we choose this point and use in the inequality, that is x plus 3, use this point in the inequality, then what happens? X equal to 1, that is 1 plus 3 into 3. 1 plus 3 into 3, that is greater than 3. X equal to 1, I have choose any point in the plane that should not be on the line, on this line. So I have chosen 1 and 3 and use it in the inequation first. Then I'll get, this is 9 greater than 3. That means 10 greater than equal to 3, which is true. So I have to shade towards the point. Okay, I have to shade it towards the point. This is true. 10 is greater than 3. Okay, 10 is not equal to 3, but 10 is greater than 3, which is true. When it is satisfies, we say that it is satisfying the inequation. So we shade towards the point side, not towards the origin side, because this is half plane. The half plane, this line will divide the plane into 2 parts. Half plane solution region, downwards half plane is non-solution region. So this is the solution region. So similarly, students, I have drawn the equation line of this inequation on the graph and drawn the solution region. So next I would like to find out the coordinates of this inequality, that is x plus y is greater than equal to 2. First of all, we transform this inequality into equation. That will be x plus y is equal to 2. So we say let x plus y is equal to 2. So I have taken x plus y is equal to 2. Here x, I have to make the table x, y. Then when x equal to 0, what will be the value of y? It will be 2. When y equal to 0, the value of x will be equal to 2. So this is our table. We have to find out, locate these points on the Cartesian coordinates. X equal to 0, y equal to 2. X equal to 0 means here, y equal to 2, it comes somewhere here. Okay? X equal to 0, y equal to 2. Y value that is positive, it means that value of y go towards positive side. And then other point, x equal to 2, x goes 1 step, 2 step over here. Then value of y is not going anywhere. So this is the other point. So I got 2, 0. This is the point, and 0, 2. 0, 2. This is the 0, 2. This is the 0, 2, and this is 2, 0. If I join these two lines, then I get what? I get a line of equation. The line passes through these 2 points. Okay, this is the another line. Name of this line is x plus y equal to 2. This is x plus y equal to 2. This is another line. So I have drawn the graph of the line on the same graph. Now I have to find out the feasible region. I have to take feasible region. For that, either I can choose the previous point or the origin. So if I choose the origin, that is 0, 0, it will be 0, 0. If I choose 0, 0, and use it in equation. In equation is this one. Okay, x plus y is greater than equal to 2. So if I choose this 0, 0, if I use this 0, 0 here, then it will become 0 plus 0 greater than 2. Sum of 2 is equal to, sum of 2, 0 is equal to 0, 0 is greater than 2. That means 0 is greater than 2, neither 0 is greater than 2 or 0 is equal to 2. Both of these are false. This is false. So I don't have to drag it down, but the shaded region will be above. Do you understand? The shaded region of this line, the solution region of this line will be away from the origin, because I choose this one and we got the it is not satisfying. This point is not satisfying this equation because this is false. This is false. What? 0 is greater than equal to 2 is, what is this? This is false. For if false, then I have to shade other side of the origin. So I have to shade it towards other side of the origin. This is the other side of the origin. Okay, this way. So I have almost finished it, but I have to find out. Now I have to find out the solution region of x and y. Remember, can you remember it? X greater than equal to 0, y greater than equal to 0. Can you remember x greater than equal to 0? That means I have two equations. X is greater than 0. This is inequality. X is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, x will be 0 on this line. X will be 0 on y-axis. This is x equal to 0. And x is also greater than 0. That means x goes towards the east. That means value of x will move like this. If this scale makes an imprint on the graph, then what will happen? So it will shade like this. It will shade like this. but we have to take the first quadrant. Similarly, y is greater than equal to 0, that means y is greater than 0 or y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, then it will be the equation of this y equal to 0. The equation of this y equal to 0 will be x-axis, because if the value of y is 0, then value of y is always 0 on this line. For example, I have stated in previous classes that y-axis is y equal to 0 is always on the x-axis. So this is the line y equal to 0, and if y is greater than 0, that means it will go like this. So I have to shade the common shaded region. I am looking forward to find out the common shaded region. That will be this one. Okay, so our shaded region is the common shaded region, to which we call feasible region. Feasible region is nothing but common shaded region of all these constants. So it will be like this. We have to find the corner point, that is one over here, another is here. It is intersecting these two lines. These two lines are intersecting here and this point. These 3 points are, this is 3, 0. One point is 3, 0, another point is 0, 2, 0, 2, and the third one that we have to find out with the help of solving these two equations. What x plus y equal to 2 and x plus 3y equal to 3. We solve over here x plus 3y equal to 3 and x plus y equal to 2. These are the two equations. I have taken it because these two lines are intersecting at this point. If we get confused with over here, then we have to solve it simultaneously. If we subtract this equation, this is maybe equation first, if we put this is second equation, if we subtract second equation from the first, then sign get changed. Okay, minus x plus x got cancel, 3y minus y. We have to ignore this sign. We have to use minus y plus 3, it will become 2y, then 3 minus 2, it will become 1, then y equal to 1 upon 2. This is the value of y. If we use this in one of the equation, say put y equal to 1 by 2 in second equation. This is your second equation. This is x plus y equal to 2, then x plus y equal to 1 by 2, this is equal to 2, then x equal to 2 minus 1 by 2. It will become 2 to the 4 minus 1 upon 2. It will come out 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is the value of x equal to 3 by 2. This is 3 by 2. Here x, this portion, if we value of this point will be x equal to 3 by 2 and y equal to 1 by 2. This is y equal to 1 by 2. These 3 points, first, second and these are the vertices of the line. This is a line, it's bending over here, you see. It's bending over here. This is vertex and this is also vertex because it is bending towards this and it is goes like straight way. So these three points, 1, 2, 3 points are known as the corner points of the feasible region. Corner point of this feasible region, we have to calculate the minimum value of this function. Now we take the corner points of the graph. Corner point is 0, 2 and 3 upon 2, 1 upon 2, and this point 3, 0, 3, 0. Corner points. Z equal to our objective function 3x plus 5y. Corner points are 0, 2, 0, 2 over here and 3 half 1 by 2 and this point 3, 0. We have to take the corner points of the feasible region to find out the minimum value of that z. So if I use this here, it will become 3 into 0, x equal to 0 plus 5 into 2. That will become 0 plus 3 0 0 5 to 10. That will be 10. What will be 10? 0 plus 10. Okay, here it will come 3 into 3 by 2 plus 5 into 1 by 2. What it will become? 3 is a 9 upon 2. It will come 9 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2. If we join this, then what will we get? We get 2 LCM, 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5, that is 14. 14 divided by 2, it will become 7. Okay, here 3 into x3, 3 into 3 plus 5 into 0. It will become 9. 3 is a 9 plus 5 0 0. It will become 9. So we have to find out the minimum value of this z function. 9, 7 and 10. We are having 3 points of the point z. So which is the minimum value? Obviously the minimum value is 7. Minimum value is 7, and this function is not a bounded, so we have to verify it, because the minimum function may be 7 may be minimum value of the z, but may not be value of the z. For that we have to verify it. Okay, so for that, for verification, let 3x plus 5y is less than 7. For verification, we have to take the objective function. Objective function 3x plus 5y is less than 7. If we make it in equation, let 3x plus 5y equal to 7. If we divide both sides by 7, then 3x plus 5y divided by 7 equal to 7 divided by 7. Then I get what? X, what is this? This is 3. 3x divided by 7 plus 5y divided by 7 equal to 1. And then if I make it intercept form, then it will become x 7 divided by 3 plus y 7 divided by 5 equal to 1. So if the transformation of this equation into intercept form, I have this. So x-axis, you might have studied that if I solve it again, if I solve it again, that it will reduce in the same equation, x multiplied by 3 upon 7, because the denominator gets inverted. When you multiply, then 3x upon 7 comes again. So I don't need to explain this portion. So x-axis is intercept at this. That means 3 2s are 6, 1 upon 3. 3 2s are 6, 1 upon 3. It comes over somewhere. 2 and 1 by third. 1 x 2 x2 and 1 by third. If I divide this section into 3 parts, 2 1 upon 3, that will 2 is complete. Then 1 part, that will be here, this point. This point will be 7 upon 3. 7 upon 3 will be this point. Similarly, if I divide, if I make it in mixed fraction, then 5 1s are 5, 2 upon 5. That means y-axis is intercept at 1 2 upon 5. Y-axis is intercept at 1 2 upon 5. Then I have to break this section into 5 parts. So I'll mark 4 points over here. I have divided this section. 1 is complete. 1 is complete point over here. The next point I have to add it, because 1 plus 2 upon 5 is our 7 upon 5. So 1 is complete. Next is 2 upon 5. This one is 2 upon 5. What will be this point? This point will be 7 upon 5. This will be 7 upon 5. If we join these 2 points, what? Which point? This point and this point. Then we get the line of this equation. Line of which equation? If I join these 2 lines, okay? If I join these 2 lines, it will be a dotted line. Why? It will be a dotted line. it will be passing through the point dotted line because it is less than, then this inequation is less than 7. So I have done it in dotted line. Now if I use origin point in the inequation, origin point in this inequation, then 3 into x equal to 0 plus 5 into 0 less than 7. That means what will happen? If I use 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 in this equation, then it will become 3, 0 plus 5 into 0 less than 7. That will become 0 plus 0 is less than 7. Then which this is satisfying. This is satisfying. So the shaded region will be below the line. Below the line. Shaded region will be below the line. So this shaded region and our feasible region has no connection at all. Now this shaded line passes through the same point where these two lines are intersecting, but dotted point does not include the point. So these two are disjoint. If there is a joint, then 7 will be, then what? 7 will be the minimum. Here I would like to say that 7, we have to check it. There is no any joint between these two regions. So x, value of z is x. X will be the minimum value of the function at this point. If there is a common, then there will be no minimum value of the function. So at last, so students, I would like to explain with the chart. I have brought a chart over here in order to explain you on the chart. Here, if you look at here in this chart, the one line passes through this line, other line passes through this line, and the dotted line passes through the point 3 by 2 and 1 by 2 over here, and it goes like this, you see. And I have already said that the boundary, the solution region of this line 3x plus 5y equal to 7 is 7. That is less than 7. 3x plus 5 is less than 7. These equations, the solution region is below the line, and our feasible region is, which is unbounded, that is above the line. So the solutions of the shaded region and the solution of in equation 3x plus 5y less than 7 is below the line. These are disjoint. So there is no common between the solution region this and the above. So we can say that solution region of 3x plus 5y less than 7 and feasible region has no common points. No common points. So z equal to 3x plus 5y equal to 7 is the minimum value at 3 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. And this is the quotient of unbounded region. Yesterday I did bounded region. So with this I conclude my lecture. Tomorrow we will see you again.